I learned so much from that show, from everyone, from Tim, Christoph, Nancy. I would just sit and I would just watch them. And I learned the writers on that show were amazing, and the fan base. I have made such close friends from The Last Man Standing.
What's up, everyone? Victoria here at popculture.com, and today I'm talking with one of my favorite friends, Jet Jurgensmeyer. Jet, hello. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm so well. It is so good to see your face, although I'm very sad that I can't hug you this time.
I know. Oh, hopefully soon.
Virtual hug.
Virtual hug.
Guys. Well, listen, it's so good to see you and so good to talk to you. I try and keep up with you on socials, and I just feel like you're all over. You're keeping busy. Last year was obviously such a doozy for everyone. How has your 2021 gone so far?
It's gone great. I mean, we've been recording music nonstop. The album is so very close to being done. So close. We filmed music videos. We've recorded. I've been writing a lot, which is something that I love. I love songwriting. So I'm really proud of this album, because when I released my last album back in 2019, all that time ago, that was crazy.
Right.
I told everyone around me, I told my parents, my friends, I said, I want to be a writer on all the songs that I release from here on out. That's something that's what I want to do. And I've kept my word. I've every song that we've recorded, I've been a writer on, and it's just been amazing. It's been stressful though, because now when the album comes out, if people are like, yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that one song, it comes back on me. But I'm also really excited, because I know that this album, everyone will be able to see me progress, my writing progress, and as I get older and what I'm going through.
Well, I was going to say, number one, progression is everything. And I think people, we were just talking about this before we got started. Like, I have watched you over the years, and it's just, my heart melts, because you've done so much in work and in your personal life. And I see that progression, and I'm so freaking proud of you.
Thank you so much.
With anything, there's always going to be someone that doesn't like something, but for that one person, there's 10 more who absolutely love it.
You can't please everyone.
You can't please everyone. And it's not anything, that really is on you. It's just, I think, personal preference at this point. And I think that
absolutely,
it's very honorable that you want to be a part of writing your own songs.
I love writing, because one thing that's special about writing is you don't just have to write for yourself. Yeah. I love writing for other people. I had to write yesterday in this very room. Me and two of my friends, one of which is 𝐒𝐏𝐿𝐴. She is a writer on so many songs on my album. She is the MVP backbone of this album, because she has helped me so very much and is one of my best friends. We sat down yesterday, and I was like, I don't think I've ever written a song for you, Erica. And Scott, who was the other guy we were writing with, he was like, well, then let's do it. So we wrote a song special just for Erica, very personal. And it's amazing. That's what's great about songwriting. You can write for so many people.
Oh, I love to hear that. It's crazy. I grew up in Nashville, but I'm still very intrigued by the music industry. I have so many friends that are in the music industry, but I still don't really know how it works.
I was raised on stage, so I still learn stuff every single day. Yeah. I'm learning every time I go out and perform anywhere.
Oh, well, listen, that's what it's all about. No matter the age, I feel like we never stop learning life alone. Your song, Fast Forward.
I love that reaction.
Let's talk about some of these lyrics, but let's also talk about this music video. I loved it. It's not out just yet, but
it's not out yet
too much, but there's one part of it that stuck out to me the most. What was the inspiration behind Fast Forward?
So I wrote this with two very, very good friends of mine, Bridget Tatum and Jessie G. And it was the first time we had actually all three written together. Yeah. So we sat down, and they were like, Jet, we want to write a song for you. We want to write a song for your album. And we were talking, just kind of throwing ideas out. And Bridget was like, what are things that kids go through? And I was like, well, I'm a teenage boy, so there's always girl problems, and there's always girls going on in my life, which my mom doesn't like.
Of course.
As a true mother,
she's gonna be protective.
Exactly. So, Fast Forward just kind of came up that you're a teenager. You can't go and you can't get married. There's all these things that you want to do with this person, but you just can't right now. You're not old enough to. So it's just it's trying to hold on to that person and make it through all the struggles and all the steps of life so that you can spend the rest of your life with them.
Now, is this a song that you wrote for you or for someone else?
This is a song that I think I just kind of wrote it for me. That's one thing about my songs that are but to that point, my songs are also for everyone. Because I think one thing I like about my songs that are on this album, they're relatable. And they're relatable to kids my age, because there's a lot of teenagers out there going through stuff, whatever that may be. So I was actually performing for some friends a couple weeks ago out in California. I was playing a couple of the songs from the album, and I told one of my friends, I said, come over here, I want you to hear this one. And I played it, and she was like, that one strikes close to home. And that's what's great about music. I love to make people smile, but sometimes you got to make them shed a tear, and then they'll smile afterwards.
And let me tell you something, as a 31-year-old woman, it doesn't get any better sometimes. Okay. You may not be able to do those things right now, but when you get to my age, sometimes people just don't want to do them.
Exactly.
And so you're still trying to take the next step with someone, and they're like, I don't really want to. So it's relatable for all ages. And that's what I loved about this song. And it's so good. And I've seen your progression, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about, oh boy, that made me feel old. That was so respectful. And I love your parents so much for that. But you call me Victoria.
Hey, it's required in my family. I mean,
I know.
Born and raised in Nashville, Tennessee, Southern boy, you say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir.
That's right. And you know what? I was raised the same way. You always say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And I remember when other parts of the country don't really abide by that. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not.
Oh yeah. People out in California, when I would start doing, they were like, why do you do that? And I was like, what are you talking about? This is how I've been raised. I catch myself sometimes. One of my cousins that I always work with out on our farm in Missouri, he is turned 19 in October. And I catch myself accidentally, sometimes I'll say yes, sir to him. I'm like, why am I saying yes, sir to you? You're my cousin. We've grown up together. No, I'm not. No,
yes.
I'm not doing that.
You can't do that. No.
I guess maybe there's a couple exceptions.
Yeah. No, I totally respect it, and I think you should, because it is mannerly, but it's weird hearing it on my end now.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute. So let's talk about this music video. When I was watching the music video, and again, I don't want to give away too much, but the one thing that stuck out to me the most is your driving. And for those who are watching this that don't know, I met Jet when he was, I think you were 13 years old.
12 or 13, somewhere in there.
I think you were 12, because you were about to be a teenager. You were 12. And now you're 16. And for me, seeing that, I was like, what? He's driving now?
That's my reaction.
Is it exciting for you?
It's so exciting. I'm excited because I keep jumping back to this, but like you said, you get to see my progression. You get to see me writing more for myself and being able to see, like, you met me when I was 12. Yeah. My voice was a lot different. Yes. Last year, my voice changed drastically, which is cool because I'm able to write songs and adapt them to my own voice. But I released my first album in 2019, and I like to think that my music, it stayed the same as far as being positive and also having that same mindset as sometimes you got to make people cry to make them smile afterwards. But you've also got to see me get older. You've got to see me grow up, just like in a music video that may or may not be related to Fast Forward, where I may or may not be driving.
Maybe
I can neither confirm nor deny these accusations.
That's why people will just have to tune in and see it when it's released.
I guess so. Go check it out.
It's wild for me to just fathom all of this, and I'm so proud of you. Again, I just wish I could see you in person. I would hug you on camera. Right?
Big hug.
So proud of you. Now, you're keeping busy in the acting world as well. You're doing lots of voiceover work, but I can't let you go without talking about Last Man Standing.
Yes, ma'am.
Came to an end in May.
It did. Yeah. It was just a few weeks ago. Last episode came out, and I've learned, I love comedy because like I've been saying this whole time, I love to make people smile.
Yeah.
So comedy is my bread and butter. I love it. I am a goofball at heart. I act silly. That is just who I am.
Yeah.
And I learned so much from that show, from everyone, from Tim, Christoph, Nancy. I would just sit and I would just watch them. And I learned the writers on that show were amazing, and the fan base. I have made such close friends from the Last Man Standing fan base. I was performing in Ohio a couple weeks ago at Cedar Point, and some of the fans drove and flew to come and see me perform at an amusement park, which is just mind-boggling. It's amazing. I'm so blessed to have been a part of that, and I can't wait to do another comedy. I love comedy.
I know. Well, I can't wait for you too. It was so great. Did you get to talk to any of the cast members before the ending, or maybe after?
We keep in touch over social media. So that is how I've been able to keep in touch. Especially Molly and I, who plays Mandy. Mm-hmm. She and I came on the show season 7. So we kind of had that connection prior to actually meeting in person. We met each other over social media because the article came out, Last Man Standing, Molly McCook and Jet Jurgensmeyer joined the show. Yeah. So we were like, well, we got to meet each other. So we stay in touch a lot, and I stay in touch with everybody. That's why that show is amazing. And especially, like I said, the LMS fan group, you guys are great.
Oh, I love to hear that. I can't believe they flew all the way.
I know. It was crazy.
That's amazing, though, ladies and gentlemen. He is worth it. There we go. Now you're also doing voiceover work. Let us know, what do you have on the books for the rest of this year? I know that, again, last year was crazy, but you still managed to keep doing voiceover work.
I did. I was very fortunate. Yes, yeah. Recording in a closet, but it worked. Okay. Almost all of people. Exactly. Almost all of season 2 of my Disney Junior show Tots was recorded in either my dad's closet or my recording booth / former closet downstairs in our house. So, I was very lucky. I was able to stay busy. We had the equipment, and it was great. And I was able to write so much music. And as far as things that I have prepared that are for the rest of this year, I am performing out a lot, performing at a bunch of places all over. If you want to find out where I'm performing, I will either be posting about them on social media, or you can go to my website to find it out, which is just jetjurgensmeyer.com.
That's easy peasy.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, unless you've never spelled my last name before. Unless you have never tried to do that.
It is really fun. And the reason why I remember how is because there's that Jergens brand of lotion. And I'm like, well, I got that part down. And then Meyer is pretty easy.
Except people get confused because some people think it's J-E-R. It's J-U-R.
You gotta remember that. I did have to learn that in the beginning. Now I can spell your last name just because I have a very long last name and people have spelling it. So I'm like, I'm gonna learn the long last name just out of respect for the fact that I have a long one.
Hey, but I don't get upset when people can't pronounce it. My grandmother on my mom's side could never pronounce it properly. It was always Jurgenmeyer. It was never Jurgensmeyer. You know what? I've heard about every adaptation of Jurgensmeyer and Jet. People think I say Jeff, Jack, Jim. I'm like, I'm a J name. I'll go with anything.
Oh my gosh. It's just as simple as J-E-T. People are like, Jack, come here.
I know. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Jet, you are just my absolute favorite to talk to. I cannot say it enough. I'm so very proud of you for everything that you're accomplishing and doing.
Thank you very much.
Literally cannot wait to see you keep accomplishing more.
I can't wait to come back on here and do another interview with you.
Yeah, we're never going to let you go, okay? Every 6 months, round the clock, we got to talk.
Sounds good. And we were saying earlier, we got to get together. We got to go to a Sounds game. We got to go to a Titans game.
Yes, we do.
Got to do it.
We got to hang, man. We got to hang. Well, listen.
Let's do it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Jet. So happy for you. You guys make sure to go check out his new song, Fast Forward. It comes out June 18th. Cannot wait to hear that. For more on Jet and your other favorite celebrities, make sure you keep it right here at popculture.com.